What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful day, my friends. Today was a pretty straightforward day, kind of a typical inside day chop session, but there were some great trading opportunities, and I'm going to be breaking it all down for you as well as explaining some Fibonacci reversals. All right. So if you're ready, let's step into the war zone. So, first and foremost, who do we have in the building today? Do we have any Trading Wars Army members here? Who do we have? Let me shout you out. Jonathan Brasfield, what's going on, brother? Trading Wars Army, strong. Ramon, what's going on? Mangled, what's going on, brother? Ain, what's going on, brother? Nandi, Dion, what's up? Test Games. Who else do we have in the building? Alicia Jackson, Trading Wars Army. Mitchell, what's going on from Canada? Good to see you, brother. Edwin, Trading Wars Army. Jonathan again, what's going on? Jake, good to see you. Giovanni, what's going on, brother? Tess again. Same dude, Spy VIP in the building. TJ West, really enjoying these. Thank you, brother. All right. So, what I'm going to do first and foremost is hit the replay. Let's go ahead and mark our chart up. And I'm going to actually start off with the easiest trade of the day. So, I'm going to go from the easiest trade to the most complex. And I think that will help you guys for the newer traders that are just learning. All right. So the first thing that we always do is we drop the previous day's low and the previous day's high. Shout out to this brother right here, Bad Indie, Trading Wars Army. Good to see you. All right. So we have the low and the high because that's going to give us a point of reference. That's going to tell us, all right, where are we opening? What are we expecting, etc. So the other line that we need on the chart today was from our trading plan yesterday, which was the trigger trade. So 382.19. So that was our line in the sand. So I'm going to draw this. 1 sec. Let me get the right number. It's here. Sorry. 391.12. So I'm going to go ahead, double click, and I'm going to set my line up 391.12. And what we're going to do is we're going to make this red. Okay. So I'm going to go today from the easiest trades to the most complex. So there were a total of 2 trades that I took today. This one right here was something we call the short trigger. So a trigger basically, guys, is a line in the sand. And what it means is that if this red line breaks, this is my short trigger, then I'm looking for it to actually continue lower and potentially hit this yellow line and even further for my targets to the downside. Okay. Hit me with a 7 if that makes sense. So let's be clear here. Let's make sure we all understand what we're talking about here. The short trigger, the short is the red line is our line in the sand. It's if we break that, we're going to get in short. We're going to take it down. Okay. So let me go ahead and play this out for you. So we got filled on the short right around 10 o'clock, basically. Right. So this was, is this Eastern time I have on here? And Central? I think it should be Central. Anyways, so we got in basically on the 6 bar. And this is what we look for with line in the sand trades, guys. And if you look at this, the reason I have this level here, this line in the sand, was this candle from the previous day. That wick for me was an important algorithm, as well as all of these wicks over here are important algorithm buys. So that's why I had my level here, because I'm saying if we break this, these algorithms right here can get basically stopped out. Okay. So we came here, we broke the red line, right? And my target is going to be first here, this wick, and then the yellow line. And then as soon as we break the yellow line, we cover aggressively, because a lot of the times once we break the yellow line, we're going to start to reverse. And because that's the previous day's low. So this concept you see in the stock market, guys, this is what we call a stop run. And this is basically the strategy is we break the red line, then we break the yellow line, and we flush down. And this goes into today's topic of the video, which is called the Fibonacci reversal, okay, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. All right. So right here, guys, we go ahead and we break the red line and we continue. Okay. We break the yellow line. So these are our targets. And then we get even further and we fill this gap. So there was a gap that was on the chart from a while back. And SPY loves to get to those gaps eventually. That's one of the old school style of trading. And then from there, even further, guys, until finally we catch a reversal. Okay. So this is what we call trigger trading. So there's your reversal, comes around here, double bottom, etc., inverted head and shoulders, all that bull jive over there. Okay. But the simplest thing we have to do here is, hey, we break the red line, I go short, yellow line is my target, gap fill is my next target. We just keep walking it down. So whenever you have big red candles like this, what I like to do is trail them. I trail the bar high until I get taken out. All right. So let me go ahead and walk you through the live commentary this morning. So like I said, this was the trigger short came in right here. So this is 8:56 Central, 9:56 Eastern. Trigger short is active. Trigger moving I was supposed to go to the beach, but instead I will cover some profits here. Gonna put the stop to break even for me. Won't play with my food. Any trigger traders here? Breaking down the previous day's low, scale out, stops at break even on the rest of the position. So that was the second trade of the day. But I wanted to start off with this one because this is the easiest one, right? We just have a line. So we call it the line in the sand. And when you can trade this with futures, option shares, does not matter. The concept is the same. You break the level, you're trying to go short. Whatever tool you want to use is totally up to you. All right, so hit me with a 10 if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Hit me with a 10 if that makes sense. So now, that's the first part of the lesson, okay? It's understanding that we have triggers, line in the sand, that we play around. We play around those levels because basically I look for key levels on the chart based on the candles from the previous day, based on the algos from the previous day. And I'm saying, combining that with the average true range and the fibs, I find a level, which is my line in the sand, and I play around that. And that's probably the easiest way to trade, okay? Because it's just, you have a line for your long and you have a line for your short. And actually, if we go to the Twitter, that's basically what this style of trading that I post every day, these breakout trades, this is exactly what that is right here. So I have levels. I have line in the sands. Here's your high and your low. And I always look at the chart to find better levels, because what most people do is they wait for the low to break in order to get into the trade. And I found that to be extremely less profitable, because by the time it gets to the low, you already missed out on maybe 10% or 15% of option gains, as well as a lot of the times we do break the low slightly and then we reverse. So that's why I created the triggers, because I wanted to get in before we even get to the level, so that by the time we get to the level, I can already make money. And then I want the rookies to short here. I'm shorting up here. See, you guys see what I'm saying? Hit me with a 4 if you're following me there so far. So essentially, it's called a front run. That's what I like to call it. And we get these levels, we take them before we actually get to the level of mainstream, right? The mainstream level is the previous day's high and low. That's the mainstream level. But we know if you actually trade, like if you actually do this for a living, if you actually trying to make money, by the time you get in here, you already missed 20% of the move. You missed 30% on options. You missed 10 points on futures, 15 points on futures. So why would you do that? Just because you see it in a textbook, just because you see it on your favorite Twitter stream, post, etc. We have to think in terms of numbers. We get in earlier, we make more money. We have to be willing to take the risk that other people are not willing to take. Hit me with a 7 if that makes sense. Okay. Hit me with a 7 if that makes sense. So I usually, so the targets I normally put are here, but you'll see in my live commentary, I adjust my targets in real time, because I'm also thinking about, for example, what's the likeliness that we fill this gap, right? So I'm looking at the chart and I'm saying, okay, well, I'm looking at all the probabilities. That's how I determine how quickly I want to move my targets, etc. That's what you have to think about it. Here's a gap fill. The majority of your profit should be taken at the gap fill, right? We get a little bit lower. Remember what I say, 2 legs and you're out. Here's your first leg, pull back, second leg, you're out. Okay. That's what you're looking for. All right. So the next stage of this type of trading is what we call extension-based trading. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take the previous day's range. Let's go to a 15-minute chart. It's going to be cleaner so we can see it. So this is the previous day's range. Okay. There's the high and the low. Okay. So if we are breaking to the downside, now the question is, where is going to be the reversal point? And this is the topic of the video here. This is what we call Fibonacci reversals. So I want you to focus here for a second, friends. And if you come into the live room here, we have these we draw the golden zones. We draw the golden zones. Okay. So here we go. When we're looking for a Fibonacci of the previous day's range, the golden zones are always the same, right? So on a pullback, it's from the 50 to the 786 like this. And then on an extension, we're looking for the 272,618 right there, right? So you can also include the 0.169, okay? But it depends on how wide you want your range to be. So now the question is this. Well, when we get into this possible reversal zone, how do we know it's going to reverse, right? And the question and the answer is we like to use candlestick confirmation. So if you see here, this blue highlight is the Trading Wars Nirvana pattern. Okay. So hit me with a 9 if you can see that blue. All right. So that blue is basically when Poseidon opens the gates and the water starts coming down from the heavens. That's what this blue is. And it's a rare pattern. So it's one of our rare patterns. It's inside followed by an outside, which basically means we trapped a lot of traders and now we're looking to make a direction. That's all it means. We don't have to get fancy. Okay. So you come down to your reversal area, right? You start to see, all right, there's a Nirvana in here. You start to see us with these wicks on the bottom. So now this is your play for the reversal. So you take it long when we close here with this in Nirvana or once we break that high and you take it back up. Okay. And this is a very powerful way of trading because you are doing the opposite. So when the chart is coming down here, you're saying, all right, we're in the reversal area. Let me see what candlestick patterns I can find that support a reversal. So you can go to the 15, the 5, the 30, the hourly. You look for those reversal patterns. So the Nirvana pattern is anyone in my room has this for a lifetime. Anyone that buys a book gets this for a lifetime. This Nirvana was a launch with my books. So you can see right here. So I launched the Nirvana indicator, I believe, with the SPY book or the stock book. And you get those indicators for life. All right. But you don't need the indicators, but it's just easier to see. Okay. So hit me with an 11 if you follow me. So that's what I wanted to teach you today. So the topic today was reversal. Okay. How do we do a reversal? Well, we need the Fibonacci to give us the Fibonacci is going to show us hidden support and resistance, right? Because we know using the previous day's range, we're going to extend it out and we're going to look for at the level, the golden zone. Here's the golden zone. We're looking in the zone. Can we find the candlestick patterns? Okay. Can we find those patterns to support what we believe is a reversal? All right. So there we go, guys. So that was very clean. That's what I wanted to teach you today. And I really hope that adds some value to your trading. And I do it all the time. And even if you come down here to the 3-minute, right? So you know that this area down here is a reversal. Okay. So what are some of the patterns we can see here on down here? So we have some inside bars up here, right? And these inside bars, notice here, this inside bar and this inside bar, we don't break the high. So we don't get a change in momentum. But this one down here, we do. This inside bar, we break the high, right? And that was the low of the day. So then we also had some Nirvanas here, which were pretty choppy. But if you're going with a directional bias, like, hey, we're going to break the high, you can keep your stop at the low of the day because the lower time frame you go on, sometimes you're going to get mixed signals. That's why I was on the 15. The 15 is usually very clear. All right. So there we go, my friends. So there's one more thing that I did today, and it was very dangerous, but I wanted to try. So I used the 3-minute reverse opening range breakout today. And I'm going to show it to you. I don't know if you're ready for it. Hit me with a 1 if you want to learn about that. Or are you okay with those two? Because this one is not for everybody. You have to have good discipline. You have to have good, you have to be a good trader to take this one because you got to move quickly. Okay. Brother Rick's T, what's going on? Dropping in to say hello at the gym currently. I will watch the whole thing tonight. Yep. Brother, get those gains in, get the protein out, and watch the video. That's the best thing you can do for muscle growth is watching a Trading Wars video. Trust me. It enhances muscle growth. All right, so here we go. So what I did today, guys, is I noticed that the first 3-minute bar, we broke down. So I took the fib. I taught you guys this yesterday from the high to the low, like this. And I added on the 618, okay, which was this line right here. Okay, so 391.79, right? And we did take some heat on this trade. You could see. Okay. So we got in here on the 391.79 and we took some heat on this trade, and then we started to make a move back up. And what I did here, guys, was if you actually look at this bar, these bars were our targets on the way up. So we had our targets. Let me go back to the live commentary so I can show you. So I was looking for 392.20, 392.30, 392.40. Those are my three targets. We hit those, but it was extremely stressful trade. I will say that it was a lot more stressful than trading the trigger. So I don't recommend it for everybody. I really don't. But some of these strategies I probably won't share them in my room or right now because I just don't know. I help a lot of new traders, and I rather you take the short trigger and take the break of that than take this play, which is a lot more complicated. So that's something I try to consider as well. But I wanted to give it a shot today because I was so excited about it. Yesterday, it did work out a little bit. It wasn't the best play, but I always want to get better. So I gave that one a shot. But overall, so we had that reverse orb, and then we had the trigger, and we had two winners on the day. That was it. Clean. Okay. So hit me with an 8. Hit me with an 8 if that made sense. Yeah, and I will check out Tesla for you, Ernesto. I'll check it out in a second. Are we all good there? Hit me with an 8 if that made sense. So two winners, reverse orb, trigger, boom. I didn't take the reversal play today because I was done for the day. Usually, if I have two winners in a row, something like that, I'll just call it. I don't like risking the money that I made. You just learned that over time, that you're not comfortable giving back the money you make because the market is a place that will take your money without any questions asked. All right. So let's go ahead and let's look at Tesla for our brother here. Okay. So Tesla, we knew it's very same thing like yesterday, like last week we had an inside bar. So again, we were looking for the breakdown of Tesla or the breakup. We don't know which direction it's going to go. So let's hit the replay and I'll walk you through. So I'm here on the first 5-minute candle here. So let's just draw our reference points. So here is our high and here is our low. Right? So the first candle comes in, boom. All right. So what can we do here? So you guys have been following me for a long time, right? You've been trading with me for a long time. What can we do here? Well, we have two options. The one is a trigger. Two is an order. Very simple. That's what we can do in the first candle, right? So if I go over here to our trading plan, our Tesla trigger was 642 and a quarter. So we can go ahead and draw that in. 642 and a quarter. Go ahead and make this yellow. So right here, guys, we get triggered, right? We get filled right at the open. We have a nice inside bar. We rally a little bit, and then that's it. Trade is done, right? So that's clean. That's really clean right there. Okay, we tag our trigger, we chop a little bit, but we break through and we fill the goal of breaking the previous day's low. And then from here, what you do is you start trailing each bar. Put the stop loss here, put the stop loss here, and then this one takes you out. So very clean right off the open. And I did take this one too. I didn't make a lot, but I did take it. So the other option is the orb, right? And you could see here, if we just look at I like to start off with the 3-minute bar first for my orb. So the 3-minute orb was exceptional. We had a nice little hammer. We broke the low, keep your stop loss at the high of the day, took a little bit of chop, but then we rolled over. So that's it. That's how we do the picks. We keep it very simple, very, very simple. And keep it simple as hell. Triggers, orbs, fibs. That's it. So that's how you get in the morning. And then from there, what we do, we can have our fib here on our high to our low right here. Our golden zone is basically from the 650 to the 786 right there. So let's watch this now. Let's see how this reacts. So we come up. Okay, there's your little 50% rejection. And there is your winner on your fib. Okay, so that's your fib if you want to take that. And then Later, we rally with the rest of the market, right? We come back up, rejection again near the high of the day. So there was a nice little leg here for the fib. And then if you draw the other side of the fib, which is the bull from here to here, this was the big winner. So you could see we landed right on the 618 right there, and we took it straight up. So that's what we call the opposing leg. So in my book, we always have the morning, afternoon, and opposing. Those are the three legs that we focus on with the fibs. All right. And, as always, guys, we draw the fibs live for everybody. So we have them here as well. So this one we did on AMD today into the golden zone. Let's look at that. Let's see how that one played out. So here's AMD. So this is the golden zone. Look at this, guys, right here. Like, please take 1 second here and look at this. Okay. So this is what we draw in real time. You could see that we had this 618 rejection and we drew that. And look, right after that 618 rejection, guys, we had a beautiful little sell off right here. See, that's what we do with the fibs. We just come in, hit them for good probability and move on. Hit them for good probability and move on. All right. Hit me with an 8 if that makes sense. So that's what we do with the fibs, guys. You'll be waiting there on that 618 like a sniper. You're sitting there, you let the market do its thing, and you come in. And a lot of the times you'll get a good reaction like this. Sometimes you'll get a home run where it'll just flush straight down. And that's where you make a lot of money. A lot of money. All right. So there we go, my friends. Don't forget to be filling out your 100 trade journal tracker. I'm going to, like I said, for the different strategies, I'm filling this in and we'll have like a little seminar and share with the community. I want to see how you're progressing. And that is in the Discord, in the paid indicators and tools. And we also have the free version in the free, which is the PDF. Okay. So as always, my friends, check me out at tradingwars.com. If you're interested in what we do and you want to trade live with us tomorrow, I'm live every single morning. And if you get any one of our 3 books, you get 1 month for free, or you can sign up directly on the main page. I really hope you guys are able to, continue to bank during this week. It was a clean day. We just play it simple, triggers, fibs, repeat, opening range breakout, repeat. That's all we do. We don't need to change it if it makes money. Okay. Otherwise than that, if you're ready, we can do a quick little scan on Trendspider. Hit me with a 10 if you want to do a quick little scan on Trendspider, and then we'll wrap it up. All right. So let's go ahead here and go to the daily raindrops, see if we have anything nice. Let me go ahead and take a sip of my lemon tea, non-caffeinated. We keep the caffeine low, guys. We keep it low. Otherwise, I'll be making too much money. Too much money. So these tickers do not interest me. I'll let the scan run out here. It's taking a little bit of time. Oh, here we go. You know what time it is. AMD. So, should get my protein shake for these videos. 100%, brother. I got a protein bar. I'm about to hit it right after this video. This is beautiful. So the last time we had AMD blue raindrop was May 19th. I gave this on Twitter. This was a big banger. This was a Lotto Friday. I remember it went for like 600%. So we have a very similar setup again. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to do the same damn thing. Okay. So AMD, very, very nice. Netflix, also with a blue raindrop. Haven't seen one in a long time here on Netflix. Let's see. The last one we had was April 6th, which was that pre-catalyst and then that earnings drop. Bam. So this could be a very pivotal turning point for Netflix. This kind of reminds me of the PayPal chart after they gapped down on earnings. So very, very interesting here. Okay, so AMD and Netflix, we'll be focusing on those. Tomorrow, let's look at the Holy Grail. Do we have any Holy Grails in the building? See if we have any Holy Grails. So remember, the Holy Grail and the Nirvana are 2 rare patterns. So we don't get hits on them often. But when we do get hits, that's why I scan them daily. When we do get hits, they're usually really good trades. All right. You play the raindrops the same as inside outside bars. Yeah, pretty much. And there's people always spamming stuff in here. I don't know why. All right, so so no holy grails. Let's go ahead to the Nirvana, see if we found anything. So let's just change this here to 1. Pen. Okay, that's a nice one. I like trading pen. So those there are 3 right there, guys. That's a good focus for tomorrow. So AMD, Netflix, and pen. Okay, beautiful, beautiful Nirvana pattern. Let's go ahead and look at it in a little bit more detail. The last time we had this Nirvana on pen was March 28th, which gave us a beautiful rally down. So, we play the odds, right? That's what we do. We play the odds, and that's it. We have no bias. We take what we get. Okay. So there we go. So as always, guys, if you are using Trendspider and you want to get my scans, just DM them or email them and let them know you want to join the Trading Wars affiliate, and you'll get all my scanners. They'll set you up. All right. Otherwise than that, I'm going to go ahead and post some picks for tonight. Thanks for your time. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you do comment, you have a chance to win the giveaways. I'm probably just going to do 2 giveaways this weekend because I missed the one last week because I changed the time for the Sunday stock talk. So I want to get back to our regular time, and then we'll do double the giveaways next week. So make sure you leave a comment. Okay. Otherwise than that, I'll see you in the army tomorrow. Trading Wars for life. We're going to go ahead and try to continue green. 2 days green so far of the week. We just got to stay positive now. Thank you very much, and I will see you again tomorrow, my friends. Take care.